Hi everyone, welcome back to Chaos Creations. Well, I've been getting a lot of shtick over the last month and a half, as a few other 3D printing friends of mine, they've all been getting a lot of sort of like nastiness, I guess, about 3D printing other than terrain. Now, I'm doing some Death Guard, and I have 3D printed a Rhino, and I have 3D printed some tentacles. Now, is this perfect? No, but it's not too bad for about $2 to print. Yes, there are some layer lines, and they will be hidden quite well once at the end, all right? So for that sort of price, I really don't think it's a problem, and it will give me great practice. And if I want to, I can go out and buy one. Second item I have here is, I think it's called a plague burster or something, plague crawler maybe. Once again, layer lines, and lots of them. You'll be able to see them quite easily on this. It's not perfect, it has a few flaws and so forth, but for $1.50, once again, it's not bad. And the reason why I print a lot of this stuff is because I like to test out my paint jobs. Because, I've got the Battle Force coming, the one that has one of these in it and drone and so forth. But I want to give it a bit of a practice run with a few painting techniques, and away we go. And if I like what I see, I can always just buy another one. I mean, it's not too bad. The other thing I want to show you is Mortarion. Mortarion has been 3D printed in PLA+. Now, that includes the base as well. Yes, I'm aware that Mortarion's arms are on the wrong sides. Mortarion goes for $260 Australian. So that's rather expensive. So for me to print out this Mortarion, it was $1.10. I'm not joking, $1.10 to print this Mortarion in PLA+. It's not perfect, and I will buy the actual miniature, A, when they get it back in stock, and B, if I'm playing a lot of Death Guard, then absolutely I will buy the real McCoy, not a problem. But if I'm going to get some casual games and not many people are playing, why am I going to fork at $260? I have this one. It'll do me fine for, 10, 15 games. If I like what I see, I'll go out and buy the real one. Not a problem. Now, lastly, I have been painting up some Plague Marines. Now, half of these Plague Marines are printed in PLA. Can you honestly tell me which ones are printed in PLA and which ones are not? Yeah, it's not that hard for me because I know what I'm looking for. But can you see layer lines on this miniature? Can you see layer lines on this miniature? Now, all of this stuff was printed, the miniatures were printed on a 0.2 nozzle on a bamboo carbon X1. All right? And all of them have been sprayed with a wonderful Vallejo titanium white, which is really, really white. Absolutely gorgeous. And for miniatures, it's just astoundingly amazing. But can you tell which ones have layer lines? Does this have layer lines that you can see? Please note this is, might be 3D printed. Same with this one. This one is or might be 3D printed. I'm not having a go at people saying, 3D printing is the best, but PLA printing can be as good as a lot of resin out there. Not perfect. Oh, God, no. Nowhere near as perfect as resin or the original. It's going to have flaws, but with time and patience. Let me show you something. So this is one of my original prototypes. All right? So that was an original prototype for one of my Death Guard. That was Project 1. Now, Project 1, I did make a little bit bigger than a normal Death Guard. Not a lot, but a little bit bigger, mostly because I wanted to see where all the problems were going to be, and mostly the problems were underneath the arms here. But that said, I got there, and it's not too difficult. So, is it these ones, or is it these ones? You let me know in the comments. Everyone have a great day, and remember, love the game, love life. This is Chaos out.